Vice President J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth are about to speak at Union Station thanking the National Guard troops. Do you think placing the troops at major transit hubs or monuments is the most strategic deployment instead of, say, high crime areas?
I don't think the National Guard should be used for law enforcement.
And I'm tired of listening to these people say how safe it was before we got here. It was unsafe, it was horrible, and Mayor Bowser better get her act straight or she won't be mayor very long, because we'll take it over with the federal government, run it like it's supposed to be run.
And I think calling men and women from their homes and their jobs and their families, they have to be used on their, on mission-specific items that benefit the nation. I don't think you have an armed militia in the nation's capital.
The numbers were horrible. It was a crime-infested rat hole, and they do have a lot of rats. We're getting rid of them too. And we've made a lot of progress, and it was extremely unsafe, and now it's extremely safe. We had virtually no crime. The number was down 87%, and I'm trying to figure out where was the 13%, because I don't think it existed. So they came in by the millions illegally into our country. They just flowed in through an open border policy that was insane. And what we've done is we've offered, the numbers, but because we're taking them out by the thousands, we're being obstructed. It's very unfair what's happening because the court system it's very unfair. We have to get them out fast. These are bad people. These are people that are killing, and they've already killed many people in this country. Illegal immigrants that came in illegally through an open border policy, which is insane. We talk about common sense. That's not common sense. And they came in from the Congo, all over Africa, all over Asia, all over South America, parts of Europe. They flowed in and just walked right into our country. We had no idea who they were. 21 million at least. That's probably a low number. You hear lower numbers than that. It's not. That's a low number. But many are really serious.
On this episode of Code Blue in America, the breaking news segment. Watching this spat between President Trump and Mayor Muriel Bowser feels less like politics and more like one of those old Clint Eastwood westerns. This is my town, stranger. You don't get to tell me how to run my sheriff. Except here, the sheriff is the DC police. Trump is threatening to reassert control over DC's police if the city refuses to cooperate with ICE. According to the Washington Post, Bowser already signed an order to coordinate with federal law enforcement, but she drew a hard line. That coordination doesn't include ICE. Why? Because DC police aren't in the deportation business, they're in the crime-fighting business. Now, Trump insists that without ICE cooperation, crime will roar back, even warning of another national emergency. But here's the twist. NBC News and Politico report that violent crime in DC has actually dropped to its lowest point in 3 decades. Critics say this isn't about safety, it's about power and optics. So, what do we really have here? A tug-of-war over authority, Trump flexing federal muscle, Bowser pushing local independence. Citizens stuck in the middle wondering, who do their police serve and who do their leaders answer to? The New York Times notes this fight is as much about symbolism as law. DC wants autonomy, while Trump wants control. At the end of the day, it's less about crime on the streets and more about who holds the remote control of power, and that's the cold truth on the Code Blue in America, only on OGM News.
All right, friends, here's the deal. We need your support to level up our game. How can you help? Simple. Like, share, and drop a comment. Shower us with your love, your applause, or even your brutally honest displeasure. We can take it, we promise. Your feedback fuels us, even if it stings a little. And before you dash off, go ahead and smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Heck, if you're feeling retro, send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal. Stay awesome, stay witty, and we'll see you next time.